G'day, another tip in under 5 minutes. I've just sitting here, just about to bottle my Sierra Nevada Pale Ale clone. It's on the bench over there. The noise you might be able to pick up behind me is the jars boiling so I can wash the yeast. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about and what I remembered sitting here, I was just mixing up some Star San, sanitizing solution I should say, which is what I'm using at the moment. I've used everything in the past you can just about think of. The sodium metabisulfite, nothing wrong with that. You use that right, in the right amount, small amounts, and you don't have to rinse that, but you do need to let it drain. Maybe that's another video. I'll leave that for another video. Bleach, no name, you know, what's this, black and gold, unscented bleach is great too. There's nothing wrong with using that, especially if you're extract brewing and you're just adding water straight from the tap. There's nothing wrong with using that, because you can rinse it out with the water you're going to fill your keg up with. Same water, doesn't make any difference. That's probably another video too. But then I have tried the no rinse ones, which are very handy. This one here is Defender, put out by Grain and Grape, local home brew shop. No rinse, and it's very similar to Star San. But what I wanted to talk about with Star San, you hear a lot, everyone saying how safe it is and how good it is. And it is good, as long as you mix it properly. Like with most of these sanitizers, if you're mixed right, you've got no problems with using them. There's a mistake that I made. I didn't know, because I've never used Star San. You know, and you just hear it's safe, it's safe, it's safe. And you know, there is warnings on here about keep out of reach of children, of course. You don't want to eat it. But what I didn't know is I use a little syringe thing to measure it out. And what I used to do is measure it out, and then I just put the syringe on the bench. It's a no-no. I'll have to pick the camera up to show you. But it can mark your benches very badly, and the wife will not be happy. This is a rental place, so it's still important, but she's not as cranky as she would have been if we'd actually owned the place. But I'll show you what it can do. Hopefully the camera can pick it up. Excuse all my brewing stuff everywhere. Just flick it around. See that mark there? Where's my finger there? That white mark? That's from Star San, undiluted Star San. And there's no real way of getting rid of that. You can try and polish it out, but this is very cheap. I'm not sure, some sort of laminate, could be Formica, but Star San, undiluted, will mark it. Unfortunately, that's not the only spot it's got me. There's worse spots. You can see that white spot sticking out really well there. There's another one next to it there. There's probably, yeah, you can just see Cat pick it up there on the bench, which is just where I used to place the syringe. So even though it's very safe, you really got to be careful when it's undiluted. You know, a little bit could run down the side of your container there, and you put that on your kitchen bench, and you get a big white mark on it that you can't get rid of. The wife's going to be very cranky. So anyway, that's one tip for you about Star San in under 5 minutes. Cheers.